Alright, welcome back to another episode of my Sketchy Contract Starter Series. So, in the first episode, episode 0 or something like this, we just explained the main hub and where to get everything for your contract and where to buy items, etc. But now it's the main game for the first contract. Really first contract. I would recommend to go to Port Coral. Port Coral is an easy starter planet, and especially your very first quota, where you don't have anything at all without only a flamingo, you really want to play it safe. There are some tricks I can show you, but don't be feared to just leave the planet early and reset it if you get low on health. You really want to survive. If you start your contract, you're landing usually on one of these platforms where you have on the left or right usually some sort of vehicle which you a transporting system, an elevator, something which would take you to the different levels, level 1 and level 2. The base level, level 0, has a main entrance usually. Here it's underwater. We will go there in a minute. But you can find a code. This code you can enter then by typing access in here to unlock the other levels. When we get a code, I will show it. What else to explain? You can buy items on the fly. So if you are low on, for example, med gens or something, or you lose a weapon, or you miss to buy something, don't worry, you can buy it here. There are some things like the shrink ray which have ammunition. You can recharge it here. So don't worry, you can recharge all your things also for credits. If you find an egg for the pets, you can put it here. If we have our first egg, I will show it again. Then medbay. Medbay is also one thing for the very first starter island. You have a medbay. On your first contract or tier 1, the starter tier, you have 3 infinite revives. So you don't have to buy any medgen whatsoever. The only advanced thing is the time. Revival time for a basic medgen is 15 seconds. For a normal revive, it takes 30 seconds. So you don't lose that many time. We already have 11 o'clock. So we really have to start the game. But yeah, if you have a team member, you can put him on here at that one and revive here. Alright, that's for the first things. You can go in here. That's the main entrance. And you can also scan for things again, like this. It's just free loot. You can scan all the loot. Alright. Teleport panels are really hard. Teleport panels can kill you. I will show it right now. Don't stay under an elevator. We all died to it. We have 99 revives remaining. Yes, revive me. Alright. As you have seen, you can go early. You can just revive. It takes a lot amount of time. But don't fear. It's completely fine to die in this game. You have the ability to revive your friends. You have the ability to always stack a match in here and revive in solo play. Just don't worry about it. I now lost health, so I am on 50. There is a way to regen health later on, but we just have unlocked it with our first quota. So for now, we just want to be a little bit careful. And we want to leave all we found on our main entrance. Alright, we can scan. And we already found something. Alright. Here we have something found. When we look for it, we see that is an access crate. And, and the other thing here also, a crawler. Remember, you can dodge. If you die, it's completely fine. You can revive, you have infinite revives. But you see by scanning there are no strengths, no weaknesses. And you can look them up now in the ship. So, learn dodging. That's the very, very important things. It really gets better if you have more health, so try to stay alive, try to collect as much loot as you can, and also learn to fight the monsters. You can also take here a pool noodle. It also does some damage. It does 15 damage, so a flamingo really is better. But if your ship leaves overnight, which will be the case, you always can take pool noodle. It's better than nothing. You can take infinite flamingos, so just take them. It's free. Don't go in without any sort of weapon. Alright, so where is the crawler again? I don't know. There's our flamingo. We can use our night vision. There's our crawler. We killed our first enemy. 20 value. Really, really nice. We can see it's even better than our first loot. Alright. So, what do I want to show you? Here, just go through it, scanning everything. And again, it doesn't matter if you die. This game is so brutally hard when you first start. Later on, you will get better in dodging, you will get better weapons. Also, I personally recommend ranged weapons. Yeah, because then you can dodge out of an attack and then attack. You can use the shield for evading attacks or getting lower amounts of damage. It's completely fine to die. No, I take on the pool noodle for this ray, but we will switch it to the flamingo. What do I want to show you? I wanted to show you that health stays for the enemies. So every damage you do is progress in this game. And there is something which is really, really tricky when you start. Here. This is an access crate. An access crate have loot and might have a code. So you really want to investigate these access crates. However, you already saw there are mimics in this game. This have a triple C, so I already knew it's a mimic. And that's what I'm talking about. Later on, These attacks get really slow. They're better to dodge, even better than this one. But usually trade is completely fine. And we also get 7 credits. This is also a misspelled trade. Play it safe. You can kill them. And again, 12 credits. Now we get a warning. Also, these crates are really good on price. So you want to learn how to kill enemies. And here you see it's too large to carry. We need a shrink ray. Our first really important item in this game. We can't afford it yet, but that's completely fine. We will get to the point. So we just go through the map. This is completely fine crate. We can loot everything. We see now through the door there is a crawler, so we don't get overwhelmed by it. They can't open doors. The only enemy which can open doors are, I guess, Nightwalkers. Nightwalkers are really scary enemies at first, but you can kill them really easy later on. Also here again, Quota, you can avoid them. You also can learn these map layouts. I will do a map in the future, I guess. So you can really learn all these things, and now we already have nearly our quota done in our first night. So we take all of this and go back, saving our loot. When we are at a point that we can buy something by killing mimics, for example, a boombox for 50 credits, I guess this would be our goal, but I think we will reach it by quota. So if you can get it in your first round, the boombox really is what you want to buy, because the boombox can heal you. So you don't get low on health, and you really can then learn how to play the game and just get all things. You also can eat things to regen health, but I would recommend it, as usually you will have a boombox for your very first games. You can do this, because when you die, it's completely shit, but yeah, it's fine. Alright, what else? How can we get quota? On midnight, now our ships leave. When our ship leaves, we can't put in any loot, and it's really dark in this game. If it is dark, you can put it higher, but if it is dark, it is really dark. So don't be afraid to use your flashlight or your night vision temporarily if necessary. You can always recharge it, it's fine. I will see if I might find a Nightwalker to show it to you. But from midnight, so on tier 1, from midnight to 8 o'clock, there are some night walkers on a loose foot, which are really dangerous when you don't know how to fight them. And later on in tier 2 and tier 3, there are special enemies for each map, which are called dangerous enemies. They aren't that much more dangerous than night walkers, but they already spawn at 8 o'clock. So 8 PM they will spawn and will be there until morning, so 8 AM. You can use your night time to, you can recharge here, also in your medbay always. You can use your night time to just transport items, or there is something you can do which is gathering. I didn't show it before. I think there is a night walker. No, it was something different. It's also like a koala thing. You see, there's an audio cue for it. It always runs to you. You can dodge out of it and kill it completely safe. There are some things you can gather, such as bird loot, which you can find by scanning, herbs, as well as ores. You can switch your tools. You can upgrade them later on. But you usually can loot everything just fine until you reach level 31 and you go for higher contracts. These things have a very high value, so you really want to gather things like this. They are mainly completely free. There are some night ores later on, and some night flowers or herbs. So you really want to use all what you can to get your loot and get your quota complete. And if you once collected it, it becomes an item, which you later can then use to bring back to your ship. Alright, so now we have some loot here, we just take everything. We don't really need a weapon, so we go just back. And you can always see your ship on the compass on the top of your map or of your screen, which also will direct you back to your starting point. And again, scanning is so useful to get orientation even if it's dark. Similar like Leave a Company. So again, you will get a feeling for the map and orientation. You can use night vision for comfort, if you want to see more, but usually it's completely fine if you use it temporarily to get orientation, then run a little bit, get orientation, and then your first night is survived. Alright, and when you survive a night, we see it now, our suit is leveled. And this will make a difference, like day and night for all your quotas. So you really want to level your suit. We stack now everything which we own. Just put it in. You can sort it later on. I personally will sort it. But for now, just put everything in. Doesn't really matter. Take a new flamingo. We take this toy dino, for example. Was it's really cool and cute and says rare. Alright, what else? There are some crates outside as well. Also, we have copper ore here again. Just gather everything you can, man. So it really makes fun in multiplayer, because you also have local chat and global chat, which is proximity based. Local chat and global chat is just like a walkie-talkie, and really usually in our group handled like this. And exactly, scan, perfect example, just run around scanning. There might be some dangerous creatures which you get an audio cue for, but if you get something like a health bar or something else, sometimes they really blend in the environment. So just scan everything, and everything with a health bar might be dangerous. So you get a feeling for it. You see, I die often as well, so it's not your fault if there is anything. And now I know here is an enemy somewhere. It's this one. You see, it's level 15, so you get roughly idea when to fight it from your suit level, but you really can fight it if you have a ranged weapon, I guess. And yeah, you can lure it to the shore, and then when you are on land, you can fight it with a ranged weapon or something. What else? We want to find this code and collect Quota in the meantime. Also this. Join Night Clone. We can go here at night. Opix doing night shift. There are many things which might be accessible only at night, which is risky, yeah, but totally worth. So just remember it, or try to remember it, what things exists for which map, which can grant you an advantage for collecting. Also, always scan a chest before opening it. You never know when there will be a mimic, and yeah. For example, like this. It's a mimic. You can fight these mimics underwater, above them, because they can't reach you then again. for example, now we have already 17 credits, which is really, really nice. It won't be enough for... There was also an audio cue for some caller, maybe above. Yeah, but we will get a boombox latest when we submit quota. And as I saw before, there was some person which was complaining about reaching quotas above 900 solo. And yeah, this tutorial is mostly like how to do it. We already get 300 from the normal value. When we put out our force from the enemies, it loses instantly 40 bucks or even more. With the toy dino, alright, but even more. This completely loses over 100 bucks. So you really, really want to... So we can sort like different things for now. Normal loot, gatherings. And I will assure you the main value we will get by all the things we... Yeah, that's only nearly 200 bucks. So this one is already more than we looted classically by Leave a Company style. So you really want to play this game differently. And in the best case, you want to get an echo lens to also check where there are crates left, which might have the code. Because sometimes you will get stuck in the first level because you don't get the code, and then you're also limited in resource. But you really, really want to get to the next part of the stage. We can fight the crawlers. I guess I will die in the progress, but it's fine. We have infinite revives again, so we really can die. It doesn't really matter. If you play in a team, remember, don't do anything risky as long as you are not sure that there is at least one other member living which can find you. Alright, back. I can show you something, as we have now the credits for it. You can buy snacks. Snacks are only for regenerating health. You can do it in the early game, yes. For example, like this, to get back some health and fight some enemies. But usually you really want to use just your music box. When you have a boombox, life will get so much more easy. Alright, so this is the caller we heard. It is similar to the crab, so you really want to manage your stamina right. And you can tank 1, 2, even 3 hits, but you don't... the whole thing about dodging is you don't want to be in a pattern where you dodge and then the crawler comes to you. You really want to go for you dodge out of the attack, then go back in hitting, and you see, then it is somewhat possible. You really need more stamina, but you will get it by suit level. Again, suit level is so important. Right, I think we do have everything in here. So the code should be somewhere outside. It is also completely fine if you don't get a code in your first contract. It doesn't matter that much. There is a second one, nice. But yeah, you get the hang. You get the hang for it. What else can I tell you? Always gather your ores and buried loot. Buried loot is insanely strong. There can be sometimes like pirate booty, which this chest is 250 value on its own, so it's really worth to go for all this hidden loot. And I can scan again. I can show you the scan as well, yes. I will do in a minute. Alright, where are you, crawler? Where did we die? It's this cross-section, I guess, then? Yes. Also, you really want to have a large room to fight enemies. A large room is so good because you really can dodge them without having to worry about space. Copper ore and all these things. And then on nighttime, we really want to go for the thing we saw earlier. Right, so this midnight there might be a night crawler around, which I want to show you. But I really would like to show you a night crawler when I have night vision. There is one, alright. We take night vision. And then I can show you a night crawler. Night crawlers, there is the strength. While this creature is very strong, through strength it's intelligence. The thing is, night crawler are some sort of smart, so they can open doors. As far as I know, they're the only creature really which can open a door. So yeah. The real thing is by surprising a victim night. Also, before I go show you, this one is open now. We have a pearl here. Just free loot. Alright. So, I want to show you now the night crawler. We will die for sure, but usually you can dodge them really well if you have some stamina. There it is. It's a very slow attack, but you know, you have to dodge it. You have to get in this pattern. I will try to fight him to show you that you can dodge it, but again, level your suit. As long as you have a leveled suit, they are really easy to fight. Especially with range weapons and a dodge. If you get the timing right, you can basically fight night walkers the whole night. They won't respawn at night, so there is a limited amount of night walkers each night which you have to deal with, and they have so much value. When you get a shrink ray, it's so worth to fight them because they have so high value. Again, I have to be somewhat exactly. Now he leaves the room and he opens this door. And he one hits. That's the thing. You saw it earlier. You can dodge them. I guess for now I just take the loot. But later on in higher quarters we will for sure fight night walkers. And I show you how to dodge them, how to get in the pattern. On tier 1 especially, they are really easy to dodge as long as you get into the rhythm and as long as you have a large room. So you have to get in this rhythm of the Nightwalker wants to you, like similar like to the crab, just a bigger enemy, just higher stakes. The Nightwalker runs to you, you dodges his attack and hits, for example, with a range weapon. In the meantime, while he's running to you, and that is completely safe to fight them. Also, they don't really have... Oh, it's bugged now. That sometimes happens. You can usually pick them up. But yeah, if it isn't really that high of a value, I wouldn't bother with it. If it is in your ship, it might happen as well sometimes. It is kind of stupid, but yeah, it's just a thing of a collision. You can usually pick everything up if it is. If you get the icon of picking up, so yeah, you can figure it out. Alrighty. Now, what else? We might go on a trip for collecting some night things, because I get the feeling that we should find the code somewhere else. We can have a look over here, I guess. There is an island right here, which also often have some sort of loot. Alright, perfectly. Something new I can show. Access crate, first. Loot. Alright. You can dig. And a shark plushie, also very high value. You can dig, for me it's F, the digging. But yeah, you have to see. And again, you leveled your suit just by collecting all these things. What are these? These are hatchling eggs. Hatchling eggs will hatch and hatchling, which are just similar to the other creatures, but you can destroy the eggs beforehand, especially with a ranged weapon. You can destroy them beforehand without a hatchling, even hatchers. So try this, get a ranged weapon for different purposes, because otherwise you will get in a situation like this. And again, you can, if you play it safe, always dodge back if you have the room for it and if your stamina is ready. So you want to really level stamina, health, first health, then stamina for defensive purposes, and specialize on one weapon. So melee or range weapon. We can now get our loot first. Everything we have here. Like this. Dinosaur I put here. Normal loot, garables, and this one. And also there's this tip. You can read all these tips. That says right now I'm outside without a weapon. For me it's fine because I know I have here a weapon, but you usually should have at least one weapon with you, or you know the back way for the ship or something is completely safe. Then it sometimes might be fine to go without a weapon. But yeah, you, especially at night, you don't really know where the danger lures in the dark. And this is our third day, so we have now to reach our quota, which should be completely fine. We can scan, we have 600. What's here, we have 600 of 200 quota. So we're way over it. It's completely fine. I can see if I get any code or something. But if not today, it's completely fine. And yeah, the oxygen decline I was talking in the first video would be all of this outside area. So right now it's just the easy mode, which is completely fine to get into it. You see how often I died already. It's fine. And now I didn't have enough stamina, so I had to tank this hit. Again, it happens. It's part of the game, but stamina management is a thing. So if you have stamina maxed out, you usually can dodge easily everything and kill it, but you have to get to this point. So play it safe for the first days, gather everything you can, like also these things, scan to get buried loot, and then you will get to a point where you can stack your quota to get high values. Again, another baby shark would be high quota. We can use it. I will put everything down here for a minute. What is this? These doors are for tier 3. So we can have a look in it. There's nothing right now. I don't know really if it spawns only when you have the code, but these are the end game goals for each map. There can be some special item in it, the alien axe, with which you can unlock pets for each planet. They are here, so you can unlock different pets. You can see them all also in Sketchy Bay already. You can have a look and see which one you want to collect and which one you want to grind. Eventually you want to grind for everything, I guess. Yeah. Alright, anything else here? Also some buried loot. Especially the buried loot is very, very nice. Because something like this, all the things you get in there might be also collectibles. So we get now our first plushie unlocked. It's just random buried. So you can also, however, get a mimic out of it. If you get a mimic, it's okay. You can dodge it. I know you can. We practiced before, you know. Just stay calm. You will get it, you know? Panicking is the reason for most deaths in this game. As long as you have a plan for anything, you usually can do it. And for now, I know there should be everything fine. So it's just collecting and bring back all the loot. So we have our loot pile over there. And we have some amount of time left to bring it back. Also, from really, really far away, you can scan for your ship name so that you don't lose orientation as well. There's some advanced techniques in this game, like bunny hopping. So when you do bunny hopping, it usually drains less stamina. So you can do this if you really want to. I don't do it very often, but you can bunny hop to save some stamina and get further with it. If you really want to be a pro player and save time, you can do bunny hopping. It's really, really broken, as you can see, for sprinting speed. But yes, it doesn't really matter most of the time. Also, in a case like this, try to really prioritize your loot. Don't take this, take the high value things. Save them first. And then you will easily reach your quota goals. Right, so we have our baby shark now. We already saved the baby shark. It's very, very nice. Quarters can go here. And there is a purpose why I sought them, but you will see after this contract. Also, if you don't know, if you oversaw anything, just scan. Man, it's a shame to leave all these corpse mimics, but it's okay. It's okay. Our very first priority will be a shrink ray, as well as a box. Box is a must-have. Shrink ray is a very, very nice to have to reach quota. Yeah. Alright. And now if you just doesn't want to go outside, completely fine. You have way enough quota. We have already reached the 900. So we just can leave early. It's completely fine. Finished. We will sell now and then sort a little bit, do shopping, and then go for the next quota. Alright, you have to return to Sketchy Bay. And you have now your suit levels. You already see my suit level increase my health by 50. Because I have suit level 5, my health is per default increased by 50. So suit level is insanely broken. If I put all my points in it, I have already 250 health. That's really, really nice. That really does a difference. So we really want to increase our health so we don't die that easily. What's about this fridge? You can put in all these things and they shrink. It's not for other loot, but for all corpses. All corpses which put on normally large amount of space, you can put in, it shrinks. As you will collect many corpses over time, I personally would recommend to just store them for now and yeah, go with just go with type of corpse. But yes, that's this. That is also same price. Alright. Then you might want to save some special items for the museum or something like this. For example, I want to save now these 3 things for my museum. We will take them with us and quick travel to our apartment. This is our museum. Now I can say A. Here, down to the water, we have a nice crab. Let's go, our first thing in the museum. And maybe there's also a baby shark. Or I want to have it on the bed and the toy dino. Maybe I want to put the toy dino more like here. You can decorate it. But they still might lose if you fail contract. So that's very unfortunate. However, as I said before, there's this new thing. So you can convert your loot, which you really, really want to save, if you have the amount of credits, to permanently convert them into an item which you just, have forever. So there is some grind differently than other lethal-likes, which is a permanently unlocking grind. also with all this furniture. And we get this crab plushie, for example. So we can also put our crab plushie here and put it like this. And they will be then like this crab plushie and never get lost. Yeah. That's for me personally, it's a really great motivation of this game to collect everything and save everything, and that's really nice. Alright, so 200 quota. What do you want to do usually? You really want to sell perfectly. So I will sell now all our large items and see what is left. I then will go for something that's an even price and see what else. These biscuits are 10. What else do we have here? If these seaweeds are 10, so we can sell them. Completely 200. So we can send it, and predicted pay is 34 credits. Together with our 13 credits, it isn't really enough to buy anything, but I don't know, we can test if it pays more in the update now. We can put something like this in. Yeah, you see it shouldn't be give you any more, so there isn't anything in over selling. You usually finalize your contract. And now we gain 34 credits. So we just are barely too short for buying a music box. So we would have to either save our chips, which we did before, fight a mimic or something in a new contract, which you can do, or, which is also a mechanic I can show you right now, we have enough to sell a next quota already. So what we can do, I do it right now for explanation purpose. I guess I wouldn't do it usually, but you can save your quota for the next day and just take your time collecting even more. But you can also always sell for the next quota to collect more credits. So the idea for us is now we just sell everything and will reach eventually, we can save one corpse, I guess. Exactly. We're overselling now, but it's fine, we have one corpse left. And now we can submit our next quota and get a pay of 69. Nice. Now we have to reach this 900 quota, which already broke someone else. But we have now the access when we also take our Happy Meal. We have now the access to get with our 116 credits a Boombox. A Boombox is so hugely important that I would always recommend to get one like this. We can get a small storage box. They are somewhat good, but usually you want save first for a Boombox a pulse rifle, and a shrink ray. These are really important for the early game. Shrink ray is 200 credits, so you can shrink the mimic corpse and all like this. But even without you can shrink, you can use the boombox to really push the game to its limits and reach higher quotas. We can also save this credits. And if we would wipe now, we still would have the credits and the level. So I may should show it in a different order. But what we could do now is just wipe our quota, and would be still 66 credits with level 5 suit. So you can progressionally get better in this game. Also, there are some Christmas presents right here. You can get a free pet. This one, I say it right now, is a special present. Spoiler in 1 second, spoiler in 2 seconds, spoiler in 3 seconds. This is a jump scare. Yes, and we have our music box. Our music box can heal. It's really important to take one with you at all time. If you play solo especially. If you play as a crew, you can also place one if you only have one in the medbay or something like this. But yeah, what can we do now? We can't switch our contract yet to reset our quota, so we have to push further on. We do this in the next video, but for now, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You also have here now data about the koala, the loot mimic, and things like this. Here's also the weakness is incorrect spelling information. And yeah, will immediately die if the shell is destroyed before hatching. So really it's necessary to scan everything. For now, I would say we owned... It's only Christmas music right now? Alright, then it's Christmas music. For now, we owned our first music box. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, basically. And we will see in the next quota how we reach quotas over 900. With a pulse rifle, I guess we should get in the contract itself, and also a code or something like this. We will see. See you next time. Ciao.